Hey there, I was just thinking back about a time when I used to work in my dad's store, and it would get so busy, as I'm sure my sister, if she's watching, could tell you as well, that, there'd be just a big old line. Thing is, everybody wanted to check out just then. Everybody needed attention, everybody needed what they needed. That's the way it goes. But if you had looked at that whole line, the chances are you're not going to be any faster. Chances are you're going to kind of freak out because it's just overwhelming. So I never actually got nervous, oddly enough, with that because I just didn't, because I only looked at the person that was in front of me right now that was just now getting ready to check out. That's the only one I saw. I tried to make each one always a speedy one, regardless of a line or not. And that's just what I did. And then later, years later, I'm thinking, sometimes you got all these problems, or you got all these things you got to do, or you got this house you got to fix, or whatever. And everything needs to be done right now. That's the way it is. You got all this stuff. It all is equally important, and it all needs to be done this second. But or you might have opportunities. You have opportunities to move or to get another job, or you might have decisions to make sometimes like that. And basically, the only thing you can do, or even heartaches and stuff, sometimes you got to deal with all that. The only thing you can do is you deal with what's right in front of you right now. That's all you can do. You're one person. And you can't, if you look at the whole big thing, you get utterly overwhelmed sometimes. But if you'll just focus on the thing that's nearest at hand, or the opportunity, or the door that's open, whatever, that's nearest at hand. If you'll look what's nearest at hand, chances are you'll be able to take care of that. And then that'll take you to the next step, whether it's to resolve your next issue, your next problem, or to get your next opportunity or your next meeting of a new person, whatever. You take what's at hand, what's in front of you right now. That's how you're guided. That's how the universe guides you. It puts stuff in front of you. And sometimes we're so busy looking at the end result, too. You're looking at what the end result will be, that you can't figure out how in the world can you resolve this? How in the world can you get there? How can you get that person, that thing? Well, you can't if you're only looking at the end result. Now, it's a good idea to, daydream, visualize, imagine your end result. That's fine and dandy. But then you got to kind of set that aside, set that down. Because if you keep looking there at the end, you can't really see how you got there. And you don't need to worry about how you get there sometimes. You need to just keep that that vision of what you're hoping for. But then you deal with what's in front of you today. But you don't dwell on that, because if you do, it just muddles you up, and it really doesn't get you anywhere fast. Sometimes, if you look back in your life, you'll look back. I hope that cuckoo clock isn't a commentary on what I'm saying. If you look back, you can see, how, good grief, look where I started and look where I am, and how in the world did I get from there to here? How did that happen? Well, you couldn't see it at that time, right? So, but if you'll look back, you'll realize the steps and the people that come along to help make this go to that, go to this, go to the other. So anyway, that's just what I'm talking about today. Look at what's right in front of you right now. Keep a vision of what you hope for, but deal with what's in front of you, and that's how you can get rid of it sooner, or how you can obtain it sooner, or how maybe you can even be shown that maybe that wasn't the best vision to be hoping for anyway. Sometimes, our end result vision is something that's not what's best for us. We think it is because, we have heartache, or we have, hopes that maybe are not really good for us. Maybe we don't have enough information to realize that. I told y'all before, I'm going to tell you again, because I'm just going to. How when I was a little kid, I was begging my papa for some of that delicious chocolate that he enjoyed so much, and he said no, 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 and I kept begging, begging, begging. Couldn't understand why he wouldn't give me none. He finally just said, okay, you're asking, 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 I'll give, 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 and it was tobacco. It was not chocolate at all, but I got what I asked for. He said no. And sometimes in the universe, we ask the universe, and the universe says no, but we won't give up, and so we get exactly what we didn't want, although it is exactly what we thought we wanted. Sometimes it's best to stop and reflect along life's journey and make sure we know what we're asking for. Okay, I guess that's it for now.